Sam Cachola with Reality Realty here this morning on Town Talk on News Talk 1230 WFVA. If Sam, once again, give us a phone number or a website if someone's heard something this morning and they're saying, I'd like to have a talk with you about this.
Absolutely. VirginiaHeroes.com is a great way to learn about us and apply, and we'll definitely get back with you. If you want to give us a call, it's 877-VA-HEROES. 877-VA-HEROES. Leave off the S for savings.
Okay. We were discussing a few minutes ago about just some of the your philosophy in a lot of ways on selling homes to people. For people, talk to the person who goes in and is looking at an agent, or maybe talking to several agents. What are some of the questions I should ask an agent to find out, are you the person that I want to be looking for a home with?
Cool, and absolutely. Before I get into questions, though, I think you need to take a look at the person. Understand this is the biggest financial decision you're going to make, and what you're actually doing is you're interviewing your team members, your advisors. How does that person interact with you, your wife? Are they taking your life into consideration? Understand that loan officers and real estate agents, they're commissioned salespeople. Right? If they don't sell you a home, they don't get paid. And that's okay, because the guys that are around right now who've weathered the storm, they're worth their salt. They do the right thing. The folks in the industry, when it was going crazy, we really could not stand these people who were hopping on the gravy train, because in my heart of hearts, I think those are the folks who did damage. The guys who really cared, who'd been around a while, they were giving good counsel. So make sure that agent, that broker, is taking on an advisory role and not a salesman role and a marketing role. That's the first thing you want to do. A Reality Realty, I've coined a term called Caremenship. It's not about salesmanship, it's about caremanship. Do you care about the client, and do you care to see this through professionally to the end? And that's what we strive to do. So with that, there are some professional designations and things that you want to look for. Obviously they've got to be accredited realtors. You want to make sure that they subscribe to the code of ethics there. And then you look at the secondary education that they're going through. There's a program called ABR, Accreditor's Buyer's Rep, that focuses on doing the right thing for buyers. You can become a certified residential specialist, a CRS agent. There's a Graduate Real Estate Institute. Right now, the industry for realtors is leaning towards a master's degree in real estate. And there's a host of other certifications, and you can look them up online. Interview them, ask them, what other education have they had? How do they handle clients? What's their goal when working with a client? And if you're talking to a guy whose goals center around sales, marketing, dollars, and an efficient sales process, I would run for the hills, because that's part of it. But you're looking for the guy that's going to sit down with you and clearly understand his role as an advisor and as a team member that's going to help you achieve your goals on top of all the traditional real estate knowledge. So it's just got to be a good fit. I give you a good analogy. You go to see a financial advisor and he asks you for $20,000. You'll sit there for an hour and drill him on how he's going to spend your $20,000.
Sure.
But then you're going to go talk to a real estate agent and hand him a blank check for $350,000, and you're not going to ask him any questions. It has never made sense to me. So what we do at Reality Realty Virginia Heroes is make sure they understand the gravity of what they're doing, that we respect that, and we open the door for that level of communication, and through that can assume that role as an advisor and truly make a difference in everyone's lives. And we're full service. It's not just about our hero clients. We do this for everybody. But when it comes to our hero clients, our firefighters, law enforcement, nurses, teachers, EMTs, even our clergy, on top of our military, we just give them money to help that. We give them that credit. The other thing is sometimes our lenders give credits, we give credits, and the sellers give credits. The other cornerstone of Homes for Heroes is that we give money back to the community. So sometimes if there's money left over, it's not a bait and switch. We don't keep the money we can't use. We actually donate it to the charity of our client's choice. So last year we were very, very proud to donate thousands of dollars to our local Wounded Warrior Regiment, who needs it sorely. We gave it to cancer research. We gave it to the Fisher House. We gave it to a Puerto Rican civic fund. Anything that is, a certified charity, we can give that money to in their name. And that strengthens the community. I think most people want to give back. We give them that opportunity. And it solidifies the fact that, we really are in this to do the right thing and kind of get them in that mindset of it is caremanship, not only for our profession, for our clients, for our community, and the programs in our community that everyone needs to support so we can be a stronger community. It starts here. If we can get this mindset drilled into people in Fredericksburg, I hope it infects the industry, which I think is only going to make everyone better stewards, to include the salespeople, the realtors, the realtors, the lenders, and actually the clients. The clients control this. They don't realize that. This is their show. It's your money. It's your life. How do you want it to go? Don't turn that over to somebody that you're not comfortable with, that's not a team player, and understand you're the coach.
Because how you've described it, if I buy a home and I really shouldn't, you got your commission, you move on. 2 years from now, I may be I may be in big trouble, and my life may never be the same. And it's good to have someone like you looking out for me.
Yes, and I'll take some credit for it, but I think it's a thought process, and it's more rooted in. And I'll say it on the air, it doesn't matter. I truly credit all the success I have in life to the Marine Corps and this concept of mission accomplishment, troop welfare. Yes, we have a mission. Yes, we are in business to make money, but we have to do it right, and we have to take care of the people around us. And I think that transcends the service. All services have the same concept. And if we take that to the community, mission accomplishment, troop welfare, it's going to strengthen our client base. It's going to strengthen our community. And, we, as individuals, as citizens, need to embrace the fact that we played a role in this financial debacle. There's a level of financial ignorance out there that's amazing. I can't even tell you. I sit down with privates, to generals, to SESs, to CEOs, and for some reason they're so scared of buying a home, they don't understand those numbers. It's a scary concept.
It is scary.
They say it's the American dream, but now it's been the American, nightmare, to be frank. I mean, it's a little scary. And I don't know where that comes from, because you shouldn't be. I mean, if you tackle it with the same due diligence that you would when you're buying a car, you're going to be okay. But their brains generally don't comprehend the impact of a 30-year commitment. They don't understand the impact of a $500,000 purchase. There's a little bit of irony in it that if you go to buy a car and a salesman talks to you about a payment, you get irate because you want to know how much that car costs, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to take advantage of me.
Yep.
But when you go and buy a home, what do you say? What's my payment?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's because that big number scares you. The number that should scare you is the zero at the end of your budget if you don't do it right. But you control that. Get out a pen and paper, get out an Excel spreadsheet. I want to talk to all the generations here. All right? Make sure you understand your dollars coming in, your dollars going out, so you can have an intelligent conversation with a loan officer, make his numbers real for your family, keep it rooted in your goals, okay? And then execute smartly with a team of advisors who are going to adhere to your goals and keep you on track. And that's where that term real estate artisan comes in. One of the questions I ask is, do you have a financial advisor? Do you have an accountant? No? Okay, you probably need to get one. If you do, have you ran this $500,000 transaction or $250,000 transaction past him? Oh, we haven't talked to him yet. That doesn't make sense to me. And I tell them, look, we can hammer out a plan, but I encourage you to go run this by your financial advisor, because you're about to throw him about an $1,800 a month payment that's going to skew his plan. Like, let's plug in, let's work this together. You got to understand that. And there's that second, third, and fourth order of effects on these large decisions that I don't think folks are aware of. So if they are, we move out smartly. If not, we educate them. And once they know, if it doesn't make sense, we don't execute. It's that simple.
Well, and you described earlier how you're helping, because if any of these heroes, and whether we're talking military or teachers or pastors, however, whatever kind of hero we're discussing, if they're in over their heads with in a real estate transaction that they can't keep up with, they're not going to be able to do what their main mission is. and that's going to be effective.
Absolutely. I mean, buying a home needs to complement your life's plan, period. And when you don't look at it that way, it takes options away, and it's going to suck you dry. I can tell you around this area, a lot of people have security clearances, right? They're not sleeping at night because they can't use the bankruptcy tools appropriately, right? Or they don't think they can, which they actually can. They're scared of short sales. If they foreclose, they've got to deal with that. So, you start compounding $0 in your budget. They think they're going to risk their jobs at risk.
Career,
That has ramifications in their relationships. They're not thinking about how to thrive anymore. They go into survival mode, and nothing happens. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we feel that if at Reality Realty, Virginia Heroes, when we do this right, we leave all the options on the table, okay? Buying a house is a sustainment thing, right? We allow it to be a sustainment so they can stop worrying about survival. We weren't meant to survive. We were meant to thrive. We were meant to do great things and have a higher purpose in life. Do you want to sit there and pour over your budget, or do you want to go and be a coach for your kid's athletic team? Do you want to have an argument with your wife, or do you want to take her out to dinner? What are your financial goals? I don't know what it is, but I can tell you when you don't spend six figures correctly, there's ramifications that are going to take a lot of things off the table, personally, professionally, spiritually, the whole nine.
Wow. Sam Cacciola with Reality Realty here on Town Talk. More coming up on News Talk 1230 WFVA.
For quick